I'm William Volpe.
I'm Adam Asif.
This is our documentary on what freedom feels like without privilege.
We're going to interview 4 people, and we're going to hear their stories.
Have you ever felt that people had prejudice against you, and how did you get freedom from that?
Yes. So I'm from Israel, and when I was in college, I was an RA. And then when one time I came to my room, and on the door of my room I had a whiteboard so people can write me messages. So when I came, I saw a swastika. Probably one of the kids thought he would be a smart ass to just draw one of them there. So what I've done is I left it there for all the other kids to see it. And in this way, if anybody saw the guy draw it, they would pressure him to remove it. And indeed, the next day I came to then after a couple of hours I saw somebody erase it. I don't know if it's the guy who drew it or some other guys who felt really bad because of this ridiculous swastika, but I just left it there, and after a couple of hours it was gone.
Alright, I'm Alex.
Where are you from, Alex?
From Nova.
Do you feel like you've ever someone else has had an unfair advantage over you?
Yes, I would say my twin sister has an unfair advantage over me. 1, because she's a girl, and 2, because she's seen as a smarter person, and then my parents treat us unfairly. She has things easier in life, so I think that I have an unfair advantage over her.
Do you believe in white privilege?
I do not believe in white privilege because I feel like everyone has an equal opportunity in America, and if you work hard, you can get whatever you want. So, and everyone's treated fairly under the law. They don't care what color you are. So, I feel like white privilege shouldn't even exist.
Have you ever been discriminated against?
Yes, every day in school for the past 12 years. People think because I'm Asian, I'm supposed to be smart, but sometimes that's not the case. Also, the squinty eye jokes, I take offense to those because I do have that problem. And then I feel like people shouldn't just assume because you're one race that you have to be smart.
All right, thank you, Alex.
All right, we're here interviewing Madam Butts. So where did you grow up?
So I grew up in a small village in the south of France. And it was really different from the Nova area because in my village there was not a lot of diversity, and this is something that I really appreciated when I came here.
Have you ever felt discriminated against?
Not really discriminated against, but I would say just because English is not my first language, I noticed that people can easily judge you by just the way you express yourself. So, broken English, foreigner, so they have preconceived ideas about you.
Does that make you feel bad?
At first, yes, because people would they would say, oh, she does not express herself so well, and they would not know that at home I had degrees, something like that. But hopefully my English is better now.
It's good. It's good. And what was your case of not having privilege? Was it race, economic, gender? It seems like it's kind of a language barrier.
Yes, a language barrier, and I think also for me, let's see, the economics also is important, and so people, let's say with money, have an advantage, I would say, and I had to work a little more to go to school and to build myself a future.
Okay. Thank you, Madam Butts.
Hello, my name is Ryan Hill.
Where were you born?
I was born in Maryland.
Where did you grow up?
I grew up around here, but I lived there for about 6 years.
Would you say there was a difference between the two?
Yeah, for sure. Maryland had a very different culture than Northern Virginia. people there were usually less kind. When you got closer to the city, there's a lot of, problems with race and stuff, things that you don't really see around here.
Do you believe in white privilege?
Do you know what? On a large sense, I don't, because there aren't things that say that I should have any certain advantage over someone else. It's the choices of the people that run the institutions in our country that give the privilege. Job applications, college, these aren't things that are controlled by the government. In fact, these things shouldn't be controlled by the government. The people should get to choose how they want to live their lives. If society has to be dictated by law, then that is what takes away our freedoms, because we need to be able to live in a place where everyone is accepting of each other by choice, not by federal law or by forcement.
Do you feel you've ever been discriminated against?
I have not. I am white, tall, blonde. I've never been discriminated against. People have never thought, except I'm a teenager, so I guess 7-Eleven clerks hate me. That's just
So would you not say the fact that you're white, tall, and blonde, and that you've never been discriminated against would be a fact of part of white privilege, or no?
I guess I could have a biased view, but I've talked to people, older people that have, I have family that were activists in the civil rights movement. I have family that were opposition to the civil rights movement. It's one of those things where we live in such a better place here in Nova, where people aren't racist often. We kind of just all get along. No one really sees it as a problem. But I think there's just a problem where some people around here don't understand that other places in this country, other places in the state, are a lot worse than around here.
Thank you, Ryan.
No problem.
Hi, this is Mr. Saidi, math teacher here at Herman High School. I grew up in California, in the Bay Area, very close to Oakland. The diversity and the demographics are pretty similar to what is in Northern Virginia, so it's pretty accepting. It's a good, big, solid mix, all kind of ethnicities. I haven't personally been discriminated against, and like I said, it's very open-minded out there, just like Nova, so it's not as much racism and stuff that you see a lot on a daily basis.
Those were some very interesting interviews we saw there. It's amazing to see what people can persevere through and how a changing environment can change people's view on freedom.
Now that you've seen those interviews, what do you think freedom feels like without privilege, and have you ever been discriminated against? I'm William Volpe.
I'm Adam Asif.
Signing off.